Hey everyone, welcome to today's yoga flow. Today we have a very renewing and balancing flow for you guys. This is going to be a great flow to do at any time of day for any level of experience. So let's roll out our mat and get into some comfy clothes and get started. All right, so let's get started in the center of our mat in this cross-legged position. We're going to find a tall spine here. So grounding through our sitting bones, reaching through the crown of our head, lifting our waist from our hips, our ribs from our waist, and relaxing your shoulders. Finding a long neutral spine here. Let's just take some deep inhales in and out through the nose. Now take your right hand and let's place it over our heart, and your left hand over your belly, over your navel. Let's continue to take those deep inhales and long exhales through our nose as we notice the rise and fall of our chest and belly as we breathe. Just notice how your belly and chest are moving. Take this moment to connect with your breath. Bring your awareness to your body in this present moment. Let's take one more deep inhale here. Long cleansing exhale. And release your hands. Now, carefully lowering your head, releasing the weight of your head and letting your chin fall to your chest. We're going to keep that long, tall back here. Our shoulders are relaxed and our back is in a neutral spine position. We're just going to let the gravity pull the weight of our head down, and you're going to feel that nice release in the back of your neck. And maybe it's even like going down your spine. You're feeling the stretch. You can roll out your shoulders here or just enjoy the stillness of this. And moving from left to right, leading with our chin, let's take some gentle neck circles here. Very gentle, slow movements with our neck. Let's take one more complete circle in this direction. Before switching to the opposite direction, so right to left, again leading with our chin. One more circle here. And let your head hang again in center. Take a deep inhale. Long exhale. And carefully return your head up. Now we're going to drop our right ear to our right shoulder, keeping that shoulder down. So don't pull your shoulder up to your ear, but just relax it and drop your ear to the shoulder. I should feel a nice stretch through the left side of the neck here. Melting into this stretch as you exhale. And carefully return to center. Inhale. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Keeping our spine straight here and our shoulders back. They are talking today. And carefully return your head back through center. The geese have a lot to say today. They have been very vocal. Okay, now that the geese have finally said their piece, let's continue. We're going to take some seated cat-cow stretches here. So starting at the base of our spine, inhale as we arch the spine, opening through the chest and looking up to the sky. And exhale as we round the spine, tucking the chin into the chest. Inhale to arch, open the chest, look up. And exhale to round the spine, tucking the chin, creating space between those shoulder blades. Inhale to arch, open through the chest, up to the sky. And exhale to round the spine, tucking the chin. Let's continue this wave-like motion at our own breath. Our movement is starting at the base of our spine and slowly rolling up the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Now let's introduce some circles to this movement. So as we arch, we're going to pull our chest around and then arch the spine as we move the chest back, kind of just circling over the base of our spine as we arch and round, continuing to move in a very wave-like fluid motion. And let's switch directions. Whichever way you were going, let's just turn it around. And carefully return to center with a neutral spine. Let's inhale, bringing our arms up above our head. Exhale, left hand comes down to the mat, and our right arm is going to reach over, keeping our chest open. Maybe your gaze is looking up to the sky to keep that chest from caving in. Reaching through the right side body. Inhale back to center, both arms above our head. And exhale, right hand comes to the mat and our left arm reaches over. Again, keep that chest open. So turn your gaze up to the sky, looking under your left arm so that it keeps that chest open. Continue to reach through the left arm. Inhale back up to center. And exhale, hands can come down to heart. Now, carefully transitioning to our knees, we're going to take this kneeling position here. Your toes can be tucked or untucked behind you. That is just your preference. We're going to take a gate pose here. So starting with our right leg. Push your right leg, extend it to the side, keeping it in line with your hips. Your left knee is directly below your left hip, so you're in a straight line here and a straight line here. Your toes are facing the outside, the side of your mat in front of you. We're going to inhale, bringing both hands up to the sky. Exhale, right hand comes down to the leg, and we're going to reach through the left arm and let the right arm slide as far down your leg as it will. You don't want to try and like collapse over yourself to touch your ankle or anything. You can be at your knee or your shin, wherever it reaches. Just keep that chest open, reaching through the left side body. Inhale back to center. And let's bring our hands down, bring the knee back underneath us, and we're going to extend the left leg this time. Again, make sure your leg is in line with your hips. Your right knee is below your right hip. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand comes down and slides down your leg as you reach through the right side body. Let's open that chest, again, looking up to the sky under our arm. These geese have a lot to say today. I hope it's not distracting you, and I hope it is bringing some good nature vibes into your practice today. Inhale, let's come back up to center. And exhale, release the hands. Come back to your heels. We are going to transition to a tabletop position here. Keeping your hands below your shoulders, your knees below your hips. We're going to find a neutral spine here, and starting with our left arm, we're going to take some circles. So starting at the front, circling it to the back. Let's just take 2 circles here. And then switch directions. So from the back around to the front, 2 circles here. Plant the hand after that second circle. As we inhale, let's reach our left hand up to the sky. And exhale, thread your left arm through your right, laying it flat on the ground, and then extend your right hand up to the top of your mat here. Take a moment to breathe into this stretch. Should feel a nice stretch through the left shoulder, maybe even through your lats and some on your back here. Now bring your right hand back towards you, pressing away from the mat, reaching the left hand up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hand back down. We're going to take it on the other side now. We're going to do those arm circles first. So starting from the front to the back, taking 2 circles here before switching directions. And planting our hand after that second circle. Inhale, reach your right hand up to the sky. Exhale, thread it through the left arm, laying it flat on the ground. Your head can come down to the mat. Your left hand extends to the top of your mat. And take deep breaths here. And bring your left hand back towards you, pressing away from the mat, opening through the chest, reaching the right arm up. And exhale to bring it back down to the mat. Now from this tabletop, we are going to do some bird dog little warm-ups here. This is going to be really good for engaging our core and warming up our balancing techniques throughout the whole body. So we're going to start by extending our left leg behind us, keeping it in line with our hip. So it's not too high up, not too low down. In a straight line. These geese, oh my, I don't know if they're talking to me or each other, but. And then right hand extends out in front of us, also keeping it in line with the shoulder. So not too low, not too high. We're going to inhale to reach through the toes of our feet and the fingers of our hands. And exhale to crunch together, bringing your knee to your elbow. It's okay if your knee and elbow don't touch. Just do that crunching motion as close as you can get them. And then inhale to extend. Exhale to crunch together. Inhale to extend. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to extend. Last one here. And carefully bring your hand and knee back to the mat. We're going to take it to the other side now. Extending the right leg in line with the hip, left arm in line with the shoulder. Inhale to reach, and exhale to crunch. Inhale to reach, exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach, exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach, exhale, crunch. Let's do one more here. Inhale, reach, and exhale, crunch. You can go ahead and release your hand and knee. I think those geese are trying to take the star. They're trying to be the star of the show. Now they're on the other side of the pond though, so hopefully they're not too loud. We're going to take it again on each side. So let's extend our left leg behind us, right arm in front of us. Inhale to reach, finding length. And exhale, bringing knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. And release. Right leg extends, left arm extends. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. And release. Go ahead and sit back on your heels. Let's take our hands together and roll out our wrists. You can also shake the wrists out like this, whatever feels most comfortable to you. All right, we're going to go back into that tabletop position, tucking your toes behind you, sending your hips up to the sky for a downward facing dog. Let's take a moment here to connect with our breath. Bring your attention to your body. Notice what might feel tight or uncomfortable in this posture. Press your hands away from your mat. Release the weight of your head so your spine is long. Sitting bones are reaching to the sky. We're going to take a moment to pedal our legs. So alternate bending one knee at a time. You're going to feel an intense stretch through the back of your leg that's straight as you bend the opposite knee. Now find stillness here. And let's come to our tippy toes. Not really our tippy toes, but just kind of the balls of our feet up here. And then release your heels down to the mat. Let's do a couple of those. So coming onto the toes, releasing the heels. You might feel your heels go a little bit closer to the mat each time you release them. And now let's carefully walk our feet to our hands, coming into this forward fold. Inhale slowly, starting from the base of your spine, vertebra by vertebra, pull yourself up, vertebra. And then pull your shoulders up to your ears and draw them back behind you. Hands can come together in prayer at your heart. We're going to inhale, reaching them up above our heads. Exhale, hinge at the hip, folding forward. Release the weight of your head here. Inhale to halfway lift, just lengthening the spine here. And exhale to release, coming down into that fold. Again, releasing the weight of your head. Inhale, rooting through the feet, standing tall, reaching our arms up above us. And exhale, hands to heart. Now with our feet together here, if your feet being fully together is uncomfortable for you or out of your reach, you can still have them apart just a little bit closer than hip width and make sure that your toes and heels are in a parallel line. All right, from here, we're gonna go into a chair pose. So as we sit back into our chair pose, reach your arms out above you, reaching them like they're reaching through the crown of your head. So keeping it in line with your spine here. So they're not going straight up, they're just kind of going at this angle straight out the crown of your head. Now we're not just having our arms out in front of us, we're actively reaching with them to balance this motion, this chair that we're sitting in. Inhale to stand tall, keeping your arms out from the crown of your head. And exhale, sitting back in this chair. Hands can come together and come down to your heart. And carefully, we're going to take the left elbow to the right knee for this twist. Press your right knee into the left elbow to help you balance, find stability here. Continue to breathe. One more deep breath here. And inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands can come down to heart. Inhale to prepare. Exhale back into that chair pose. Reaching through the arms. Hands can come down to the heart now, and now we're going to go left knee to right elbow for that twist. Again, press your knee into the elbow to help you find stability here. On your next inhale, let's stand tall. And exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Now we're going to take a tree pose here. So shifting our weight into, you stay where you are, I'm going to turn to face you. Shifting our weight into our left leg first. Take your right foot and put the inside of it on the inside of your left leg. Now it can be down here at your ankle with your toes touching the ground. It can be up here at your calf, up here at your thigh. Just avoid bracing on your knee. Bring your hands to your heart. Take deep breaths here. Find a still object in front of you to focus on to help you find stability and balance here. And falling out of balance is part of building balance. So don't be afraid to fall out of balance. Don't be ashamed. Just get right back into it and keep working at it. We're standing tall like a strong tree. Sturdy roots. For a little extra balance challenge here, we can extend our arms up above our head, keeping our hands together. Now our tree has some leaves, some branches. Let's take another deep inhale. Long exhale. You can bring your hands back down to center if they are not already. And on your next exhale, carefully release your right leg. That was a little bit of a longer hold for that tree. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So shifting your weight into your right foot. Take your left foot on the inside of your leg. Again, it can be down here at your ankle. Your feet can still be touching the ground. You can be up here at your calf or up here at your thigh. Just avoid bracing on your knee. find a still object to focus on. Again, balance is built by falling out of balance. It takes practice, and falling out of it is genuinely just part of it. The wobbles means it's working, means you're engaged, you're concentrating on staying still, standing tall with strong roots. If you want the option to challenge your balance by extending your arms above you, if you want even more of a challenge, you can try closing your eyes. That automatically makes me wobble a lot more. Our vision actually does have a lot to do with our balance. That's why everyone says to pick a still object to focus on, because whenever you have a focal point that you can like really focus on, it helps you balance. I don't know the science behind it, but vision is a big part of balance. So when you close your eyes, it automatically kind of takes that away. You're left to rely on the physical stability in your ankle. Let's take another deep inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands down if they're above your head. And carefully release your left foot. Awesome. Go ahead and shake those legs out, roll those ankles, whatever feels good here. All right. So from our mountain pose, we're going to fold forward here. Inhale, reaching our arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hip, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your right leg back, followed by your left, coming into a downward dog. Let's take a moment here. Bring your attention to your body. Notice how you might feel different in this down dog than our first. Something might feel a little bit more open. You might feel like you're melting into this a little bit better. Your heels might be closer to the mat. Option to pedal your knees here. If you are pedaling your knees, let's go ahead and find some stillness. Inhale, reaching your right leg up in this three-legged dog. And exhale, bending your knee, stepping through to the top of your mat. We're going to come up in this runner's lunge here. So I am in a high lunge. If you would like, you can be down here at a low lunge with your knee on the ground and your toes untucked, or you can keep your toes tucked, standing in this high lunge. Wherever your lunge is, we're going to keep our hips square to the top of our mat, and inhale, reaching our arms up above us for this crescent. Finding stability here. Let's bring our hands down to our heart, coming into this twist. So your left elbow goes onto your right knee. Our chest is open here. Find stability by pressing the knee into the elbow. Exhale, release. Standing tall, let's go ahead and drop our back heel to the mat. So we're going to come into this angled 45-degree angle with our back foot. So our heel is on the ground, our toes are pointing at a 45-degree angle. Our front foot is going to be bisecting that back arch. We're going to straighten our front leg here, preparing for our triangle. So with your arms in this T shape, extending parallel with the shoulders, in line with the shoulders, reach your fingertips, your right fingertips to the top of your mat, and then bring your hands down to the top of the mat, your right hand. You might want to block here. If you do have a block, go ahead and place it on the inside of your ankle. That way you can bring the floor a little closer to you. Opening the left arm up to the sky for this triangle. If you don't have a block, you can use books or anything you might have that is a similar shape to a block like this. You can also just have your hands on your ankle or your shin for support. Let's bring our left hand down to the mat now. And we're just going to fold over that front leg for this pyramid pose. Inhale to stand tall. Now we're going to rotate our toes. So just turning your toes to face the left side of your mat. You stay where you are. I am going to turn around so you can actually see what I'm doing. Coming into this wide stance here with our toes facing right in front of us. Our stance is very wide, so coming directly in from that triangle and pyramid pose, our legs should be a good distance further than hip and shoulder distance apart. We're gonna take our attention to our tilt of our pelvic here, our pelvis here. We're gonna make sure our spine is in a neutral position. Let's take our hands on our hips. Inhale, reaching through the crown of your head. And exhale, hinge at the hip, folding forward. You can let your hands come to the mat beneath you, directly under your shoulders. You can also take your hands to your ankles to deepen that stretch. Inhale to halfway lift, just lengthening the spine. And exhale to fold deeper. Bring your hands back to your hips, and with strong legs, we're going to press ourselves back up. And then from the position that you are, bring your hands down to the to the right side. So they're going to square your right like this. You're going to bring your hands down to the mat and then step your right leg back to downward facing dog. Got a little turned around right there. From here, let's inhale, lifting our left leg up for this three-legged dog. Exhale, bending the knees, stepping it to the top of the mat. Now again, you have the option here for a low lunge or a high lunge. Wherever you are, let's inhale, reaching our arms up above us. Hips are square to the top of the mat. Inhale. Hands can come down to heart as we exhale, and our right elbow is going to go to our left knee for that twist. Pressing the knee into the elbow to find stability here. And carefully release, extending your hands up above you. We're going to drop that back heel down to the mat again, taking that 45-degree angle. Our front foot is facing the top of our mat. The toes are facing the top of our mat here. Our front leg is straight. Both of our legs are straight here, actually. And our hands are going to come into this T pose. That is just the energy releasing. So if you find yourself burping during your practice, that just means that it's working, honestly. Let's carefully reach your left fingertips to the top of your mat, and then bring your left hand down to the mat or your block on the inside of your ankle. Right arm is reaching up to the sky with an open chest for this triangle here. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the mat. You can move your block if you're using one and fold over that front leg for this pyramid. Inhale, pressing yourself up. And again, we're going to rotate our toes to the right so that we're facing the right side of our mat and our toes are facing directly in front of us. We're going to go into that forward fold here, that wide stance forward fold. Let's place our hands on our hips, neutral spine, reaching through the crown of our head. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. Your hands can come to the mat below your shoulders. They can find your ankle or your toes. Their elbows bending for a deeper stretch. Inhale to halfway lift, just lengthening the spine. And exhale to fold, bringing the crown of your head towards the mat. Carefully bring your hands back to your hips, and with strong legs, we are going to press ourselves up. Now bringing our hands to the left side of our mat now, rotating your toes, coming off that back heel. Let's step into a downward dog. Let's take a moment here to again bring our attention back to our body. Notice how things might feel more open, more loose. You might feel like you're better melting into this pose than the first one that we took when we might still have been a little stiff. Let's pedal our legs. Come onto the toes. Drop the heels. Any kind of movements that feel good here. Slightly bend your knees and try pressing your chest, heart to the tops of your thighs. Now coming onto your toes, let's roll into this chaturanga here. Untuck your toes. Inhale, pressing to an upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Those geese really love to make their appearance. And lower to your knees. We're going to bring our toes together, our knees slightly wider than hip distance apart, lowering into a child pose. Allow your forehead and heart to just melt to the mat here. Notice your breath and your energy flowing through you. On your next inhale, carefully press yourself up, and we're gonna go laying down onto our bellies here. So we're gonna do a little bit of some chest opening, slight back bend poses here. So let's bring our forearms to the ground in a parallel line. So our elbows are gonna be directly under our shoulders, and our arms are sticking straight out in front of us in this parallel line like train tracks. Our shoulders are down and back. Our chest is open here. Breathing deep. This is a very gentle back bend here. Sphinx pose. Reach through the crown of your head so your head isn't sinking into your shoulders like this. You want to be reaching through the crown of your head, shoulders back, away from the ears. Now carefully leading with your chin, go ahead and look to the right, just looking past your right shoulder. And slowly switch over to the left, looking past your left shoulder, leading with your chin. Let's move back to the right side, slow movements here with our neck, looking past our right shoulder. And looking over the left, leading with the chin. Continuing to breathe here, reaching through the crown of our head. And return through center. Now carefully look up to the sky just a little bit. And slowly drop your head, releasing the weight, letting your chin fall to the chest. Now carefully remove your hands out from under you. We're going to bring, or your elbows out from under you. We're going to bring our hands to underneath our shoulders here. And we're going to take a little bit more of an intense back bend here. It's going to be cobra. So I don't want you to be pressing through your arms, like just holding yourself up with your arms. Really imagine lifting your chest with your back. So you're engaging your back and you're just lifting your body up. Your arms do not need to straighten out here. Your hips and legs should still be on the ground. Exhale to release. Inhale to lift up. And exhale to release. Now carefully roll onto your back. If you do have a block, we're going to go ahead and take our block. If you do not have a block, we can do an unsupported fish pose. If you do have a block, we're going to do a supported fish pose. I'll show you the supported fish pose. I'll show you the unsupported fish pose first. So laying flat on our back with our legs extended out. Pull your shoulder blades down and back. Take your hands under your glutes so you're sitting, the palms are touching the mat and you're sitting on the backs of your hands. Carefully open the chest. So you're kind of putting your support in your elbows here and you're opening through the chest, pulling the crown of the head to the mat. Once you're here, if you would like, you can release your hands out from under your hips. Just continue to hold this here. And carefully release. Now I'm going to show you the supported. If you do have a block, we can take it at our back, kind of in between our shoulder blades. Laying back down on the mat. You might have to play around with it a little bit. Move the block to what feels comfortable. It should be up in your upper back between your shoulder blades. And we're just going to let our arms fall open to the sides. If you are in your unsupported fish pose, don't hold it for a super long time. We're going to hold it and then release and then go back into it. But with the supported fish pose, you can kind of just melt over the block and just kind of relax into it. The supported fish pose is more of a longer hold, just melting over it, but the unsupported fish pose takes a lot more engagement, so you're not really holding it for as long. You're just going up, going down, maybe going up one or two more times. What we're doing here in both of these fish pose variations is opening our heart and our chest, opening our hearts to all of the energy that the universe has coming to us. And carefully remove your block or release from your unsupported fish pose. Laying flat on your back, pull your shoulders down and back. Let your legs fall open. Let your arms fall to the side. Release any tension you're holding in your shoulders, your legs, your arms. Take one more deep inhale. Long cleansing exhale. And let your breath find its natural rhythm. Close your eyes, unclench your jaw, relax your forehead. Clear your mind and just be still.